Hey guys, welcome back to the Style and Beauty Doctor on YouTube, and in today's video, I'll be doing one of those assumptions videos while doing my makeup, so here we go. Keep watching. Okay, now initially I was like, ooh, nah, I'm not doing one of these because I've seen other YouTubers do them. And sometimes people be kind of like mean. And I'm like, I don't need that kind of negativity around my spirit. So we're going to start with the NARS Natural Radiant Long Wear Foundation. I am the shade Manaus and my dampened beauty blender. So I was like, you know what? Let's do these assumptions. Let's see what the people think. And they're not that bad. But then some of them, when I thought about them even more, I'm like, okay, but we'll talk about it. We shall talk about it. I need a little bit more foundation. Okay, that you are a down-to-earth person. Now thank you. I got a lot of iterations of this, and this is so true. I am very down-to-earth. I mean, you know, I'm an earth sign, so you know, I like to be, you know, all earthy and whatnot. I assume you are genuinely your authentic self and your self-confidence is high. Guilty as charged. I mean, my self-confidence is pretty much high most of the time. There's some times where I'm just like, why didn't you say that? You're like, what? I dropped my beauty blender. Like this winter, I get this every winter because, you know, I feel like the weather affects me. There's a term for it. I think it's called SADS, seasonal affective something or another. You can look it up. But the lack of daylight, like, and the gloominess, like, after a while, I'm just like, I don't feel like leaving my house. Because, you know, it's just like, ugh. When the spring comes and the summer comes, you can't get me to stay in here. I'm like, I want to be out. It took a while to get here. I'm still sensitive, but I was a super sensitive child, super sensitive teenager. In my early 20s, it took me a little while to get here, you know. It definitely did not come overnight, but I do feel like once you get in your 30s, after a while, you're just like, yo, F this. I need to live my life. F what people think. They can go sit and twirl, if you know what I'm saying, when it comes to certain things, but it takes time. But I do pray that more people can get to this stage, because man, doesn't it feel so good to not care what people think. But sometimes I do care what people think, so I'm still working. Honestly, no assumptions. I admire your platform. It's so refreshing and uplifting. Thank you so much. I want this platform. Oh, what the concealer was the Estee Lauder Radiant Creamy Concealer in shade 6C. And then this is the NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder in Sunstone. Yeah, I like for my, like, this ain't the shade room. Like, I'm not about to be having people, like, trying to diss me and, you know, being nasty and dissing other people and just being all negative and stuff. Like, I haven't had that issue. People try it on YouTube though, but I think those are like, you know, trolls, YouTube trolls. But I don't play that. You ain't gonna be having me scared to come out on my platforms. You are the most fun to hang out with, but don't cross or you'll be sorry. Someone else said that too. Oh, like an iteration of that. That is also very true. Like, I am very cool. Like, I'm mad laid back. You know, I don't look for trouble. Trouble comes and finds me. No. Yeah, I typically am very easygoing, carefree, but yo, don't take that mess for granted. I don't tell people off often, but your behind will get told. Okay. You are the life of the party. Yes and no, because here's the thing, like, I'm not a shy person at all. Like, and I think this is a Virgo thing, right? I'm a Virgo. Virgos like to feel out a situation first before they feel like they can get comfortable. And that is so true for me. So if I'm in a new surrounding, you know, I'm not going to be like standoffish, but I might not be like I might not give you my personality full out, you know, because I'm like trying to read the room. And sometimes, you know, parties make me feel a little nervous sometimes. And this is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer Pencil. Next one, that you seem like a super fun and loyal friend. Yes, I am. When I tell you I am so loyal. Go in here with this Jackie Aina palette. I was going to go in with Pinker and swipe that across the lid. So this is Big Wig. I'm going to try a little Shookington there. Yeah, I guess I'll do Shookington. It's already on me there. It's already on there. Well, committed to your profession and you aren't dating anyone. Hashtag deets. I'm going to go in with Big Wig and start my smoky bottom waterline. So yeah, there is some truth to that. I date though. It's not like I don't date at all. I just don't, you know, I might not date often, but I dates. I dates. You know, sometimes you get really emotional sometimes when in a dating situation. I was like, look, man, I don't need to get in a fight with no dumb, dusty, dusty man, boy. And then be like, I'm not blogging for a week. Like, so at that point I was like, let me focus on my stuff here. Last year I dated a really nice guy. Things didn't work out. Sometimes you gotta take a break. Can't be all, you know, and there's a lot of dusties out there, you know? And I got asthma. Alright, this next one. You've given up on marriage and have found peace being single. Yo, how old do y'all think I am? Like, I saw this one and I just had to like die laughing, and I screenshotted it and sent it to two of my friends in a group message, and they was like, yo, she called you a cat lady. I just find it really funny because it's like, look, like seriously, how old do you think I am? Now, I know depending on how old you are, like my age, I'm 38. 38 might seem ancient to you if you're like 20 or 25. Like 38 seems like so far away. Plus society will have you thinking that you have to have certain things by a certain age. But girl, and then it's like, why everything gotta be binary, right? Let me finish my eyes and then we'll continue to talk, because otherwise I ain't gonna never finish this this makeup look. Okay, the liner was Urban Decay Perversion. This is Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer in Golden. Yes, as I was saying. So, what was the question again? Oh, you've given up on marriage and have found peace being single. Yeah, why gotta be binary? like, you're not married till you gave up on marriage. Like, what about me gives that vibe, you know? I don't know. But no, I have not given up on marriage. It's just that I'm like, I ain't in a rush to do nothing. I am a firm believer in things happen for a reason and things happen in due time. Now, it might have taken me a little bit to, you know, come to that realization, to mature and come to that realization. But I haven't given up on marriage. I would like to get married one day, but I ain't in a rush right now. And it's like, you know, I'm not gonna conform myself or make myself go crazy because society says that, you know, at my age I should be married by now, you know? Like, if that was the case, when I was 18, I was in a relationship with somebody, you know, when you're 18, you're all dumb. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna get married, and he was like so in love with me, and he wanted to marry me, and this and that and that. Child, if I would have married that fool, I'd probably be on like my second or third marriage by now, which there's nothing wrong with that either, but, you know, I ain't trying to get all, you know, in due time. Everything in due time. Now, what I do, the funny thing is, the other day I was looking at Marjorie Harvey's Instagram, and she was in Aspen with her grandkids, and they were having a ball. Like these kids they were just dancing around, doing flips on the couch, skiing. Well, I don't know if they were skiing, but you know, they were in the snow with their little snowsuits on and whatnot. And I was like, oh my God, I want grandkids. I was like, yo, I kind of want grandkids before I want regular kids. Because that to me, that's a lifestyle, right? I cannot wait to be a grandmother. Because it's like, I can have all of the kids around me, you know, take care of the kids, take the kids to the park, and, you know, take the kids on the trips and stuff like that. And then when I'm done, I can give them back to their parents. Like, that just... I want to spoil them. I want to undermine my kids' parenting skills, like how my mom did. Let me stop. No, that is a lifestyle to me. Like, I seriously, and here's another lifestyle that I shared on my Instagram a while back. It was kind of like a joke, but it's, you know, like I'm like seriously joking. But I admire the relationship that Tina Lawson and Richard Lawson have. I mean, I don't know them. All I know is from what I see on social media, but they seem like they're having a great time. But, you know, Tina was married to Matthew, and it seems like, you know, she's in a better relationship now and, you know, having a good time and traveling the world and whatnot. And, you know, she found love for the second time at an older age. Like, I appreciate that. So their relationship is like third marriage goals for me. Because, you know, I always joke around and say, like, my first marriage will be for kids, the second will be for money, and then the third will be for companionship. But, you know, I'm, like, seriously joking. But no, I am in no rush to do anything. Someone said you like to talk a lot. Now, I don't know how to take that, if that was shade or not, because I actually do like to talk a lot. But someone left a comment here on YouTube that was meant to be shade about me talking a lot. And sometimes I gotta question some of y'all out there. Not my regulars, because my regulars, you know, we cool. My regulars, y'all know when y'all my regulars, because y'all my peeps, right? When I think about that, I'm like, well, yeah, I like to talk. I like to talk to people. I like to, you know, I like to have a vibe. I like to, you know, be amongst the people. But what's wrong with that? Like, y'all say that like it's a bad thing. Like, what's wrong with talking a lot, you know? And then when it comes to content, like creating content, do you realize how many questions people ask me in a day? Like, I gotta create content anticipating the questions that people are gonna ask, because what I'm not gonna do is be sitting here typing out everything to people individually. You know what I'm saying? So I try to put that in the content. But what is wrong with talking a lot? And if you are like bothered by me talking a lot, why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But you tell me, maybe I'm taking it the wrong way. You let me know if, you know, what that was about. If it was shade, then go away. Okay, this one had me dying. So this person I know has followed me for a long time. And I'm like, girl, really? She said, I totally thought you and, I don't know if I want to say the person's name, were in a secret relationship. So if you've been following me for a long time, I had a friend who, a photographer friend, right? Not Rose, not Dadu Chic. Dadu Chic is not who we're talking about here, so don't be starting no mess with Dadu Chic. We were really good friends. We're not friends no more, but it's so funny that you thought we were in a secret relationship. So this is like, you thought like that whole rumor that people have about like Gail and Oprah, that I was doing that. Nah, man. That's funny. And I'm like, yo, how long were you thinking that? And what made you think that? That's hilarious. That is hilarious. You seem very easygoing about most things, like not much really gets under your skin. Very, very true. This wasn't always true. I like to call myself a recovering Virgo because, you know, a lot of the stuff that is true of Virgos is kind of true of me, but I've learned to let a lot of stuff go. Like, you know, not everything needs to be super perfect. You know, I don't be judging people all hard. If it's not going the way I had envisioned, it's just like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Now, there's certain things where it's like, all right, look, man, we can't be doing this. Like, time is money, money is time. I just can't imagine you ever being rude, mean, aggressive, dismissive. You seem nice and kind. This is true for the most part. Like, I will never be deliberately mean to someone. You would have to provoke me. Even when people try to come for me, I'm still like, I'll come back. But I might not go as greasy as I could, because that's just not my way, you know? I don't like having bad, like, feelings and bad juju around me, you know? Natasha Denona. Anything else that I've used that I didn't mention, I'll link an Instagram post that lists it, because, you know, sometimes it's hard to talk and do at the same time. I just got all the makeup on my turban. Alright, these are the Big Chop Hair Daylight Lashes. Love these. What's the next one? Love your expertise. Thank you! You can get wild at a party. I don't know. Sometimes at parties I get a little stiff. Like, I'm like, you know, self-conscious of how I look when I'm dancing. And you know, depending on the music playing, I might not even know what dances go with that music or whatever. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like stiff and very like, oh my God, everyone's watching me. And then sometimes I just let loose. I don't know. I guess it really depends. I think that says Flesh 4, the Pat McGrath gloss, and then the Fenty Diamond Milk on top. Big Chop Hair Kinky Curl. There is a video with, like, you know, how my hairstylist Gabrielle Corney cut it, and, you know, some other stuff that you can see about it linked in the description box, so check that out, please. See, tomorrow I'm going to a taping for Wendy Williams. I'm going as a guest of Head & Shoulders, one of the black scientists who created the Head & Shoulders Royal Oils line is going to be doing a demonstration on the Wendy Williams show. So they invited me to be in the audience, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to wear this wig. I'm like, I want to brush it out. I don't know. I don't want to try nothing new, but I might brush this out and then kind of wet it a little bit and put a little curl cream or something in it, because I want it to be like, you know, anyway. That you try and make the best out of any situation. 100% true. Because it's just like, yo, what you gonna do? It took me a while to learn that, but it's just like, look, yo, did you die? You ain't die. You here. You still alive. Great. Now make the best out of that situation. I agree with that. You have great finance and time management skills. Yes and no. So now I've paid down a lot of debt. I've got an 850 credit score. I think I knew credit scores went up to like 900, but I didn't think that like feasibly that I could get like me myself could get so close to like a 900, right? Not that I had bad credit before, I just had a lot of debt. My score would be like, you know, I think the lowest my score might have been was maybe like 650, 670, because I had a family member that I co-signed on something with, and long story, but it would like creep in the 7s and stay in the 7s. I had no clue that I could get a score so damn high, right? But that's great. Now I'm better with money than I used to be. Like I have some money that I'm like, you know, I set aside for, you know, to play around with stocks, and I'm like, you know, like, oh, let me see what kind of stocks and stuff I want to buy, like individual stocks. I have a retirement account. I have in life insurance. What else do I have? But then I'm like, I want to invest in something, but I don't know what it is yet. And I'm like, you know, I think I want to open a franchise. I'm not sure, like, you know, I'm still like working on it. So there's some money that I have that I'm like, I want to make work for me, but I have to figure out how I want to do that. So I wouldn't say that I have great financial skills, but they're much better than what they were. Time management, I would say I get things done. This year, though, I've been chilling. I've just been like, look, I'm taking my time. I need to ease into 2020. There's no rush. Part of that is probably also a little bit of like the winter sads. Because I'm just like, man, F winter. It's too long. It's going on too much. Like, when is spring coming? When are the days going to be longer? Like, I want that. Like, I'm such a brat. I might need to like recalibrate myself so that like, you know, I'm always like 20 minutes early for things. I assume that you have your life all together. You just seem so perfect. False. What I will say, though, is I've let go of things needing to be perfect. And it's just like, look, I'll get done what I can get done. And, you know, it's not a big deal if things don't go the way they were supposed to, right? The way that they were planned, right? So I think that has, like, given me the illusion of maybe that everything seems perfect. Because it's just like, I just don't care that much anymore, you know? Just like, live and let live. I feel like you have high standards when it comes to dating, but you'd be a freak for the person. Girl! My high standards is more of like a personality, lifestyle kind of thing. Like, for instance, right? Now that, you know, I might be over the hill considering how many of y'all think that I've given up on marriage. But at my age, I definitely want a partner that has children and that has been married before, because I want somebody with experience. Like, you know, I'm a Fortune 500 company, Danielle Gray Incorporated. And in order to get a job as a, you know, executive in this company, you gotta have experience, right? Now, back in my 20s, maybe even my early 30s, I probably would have been like, yeah, nah, I don't want a guy with kids, because, you know, no. But at my age now, and I would much prefer to date someone a little older, like maybe 10 years older than me, or maybe 5 years, maybe like the youngest. To be honest, I'm probably not that interested in guys that are like close to my age, although the last 2 people I dated were close to my age. I don't know. Anyway, but the likelihood of someone who is 10 years older than me having, you know, kids and having been married before is very high. So me personally, I would look for that, because then, like, that's a track record that I could look at. Like, because you ain't gonna be experimenting with me. No, sir. I often joke and say, like, you can't be in a creative field like me, because we both can't be out here chasing 1099s and invoices and whatnot. Yeah, and then once I do get that person, then, you know, I get that freak flag fly. You secretly judge bad dressers. And then she put a bunch of emojis. No, this is one thing that I do not do. I live a mantra of live and let live. Like, people that be like, oh, I would tell my friend that she can't dress and this and that and the third, and I ain't letting her go out here and look all crazy. Now, if my friend's dress is tucked into her behind after she came from the bathroom, of course I'm gonna be like, yo, boo, you might want to untuck your dress, because, you know, whatever. But if she likes a fashion style that I don't like, I don't care. Live and let live. You got flawless skin since you were born. Now, see, stuff like that, I don't know how to take something like that, because it's like, am I being discredited for, like, the skincare stuff that I put out because you think that I have great skin and I can, like, just throw water on it and it's fine? Like, nah. Skin goes through phases, and my skin has gone through a lot of phases. I just happen to be in a good phase right now, and I'm trying to maintain that good phase, but I'm also in a phase where it's like I'm aging, you know? There's certain things that I want to protect my skin from, so there's certain things that I need to keep up with my routine. But no, I don't always have flawless skin. I went through a bad bout of adult acne. I've had, you know, with the adult acne, hyperpigmentation, and getting rid of that. Like, it's a cycle. You are very prim and proper, a good girl. Kinda, but also no. Like, there's certain things that, like, I try to be appropriate for the situation. And there are a lot of inappropriate things that I'll say, like, amongst my girlfriends, that I don't feel like, you don't need to be shared publicly. Lots of clothes, lots of time, lots of friends, and never stressed, very organized. Yes to some of this. The less clothes I have, the easier it is for me to get dressed, and, you know, then I have more time. I wish I had more time. I just feel like these days and these weeks go by really quickly, especially the weekend. The weekend just goes by like that, and it's just like, oh, never stressed, I would say that's true. Sometimes I get stressed, but it doesn't last long. Very organized, no. I'm semi-organized. Lots of friends, yeah, I would say that. I would say I'm friendly with a lot of people. I do believe in having friends for, you know, different situations, because, you know, that's how you have fun. Anyway, this was really really fun to do. Follow me on social. The links will be in the description box, as well as links to other pertinent information that we talked about in this video. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.